Now, continuing on with our caliber discussion, we need to really talk about bullets and what do all these components mean. And I've seen on CNN where they show the diagram of the bullet leaving the barrel, and it shows this whole little brass casing and everything flying down the barrel and leaving. And the reality of it is that obviously those people don't understand anything about firearms, because this is not what leaves the barrel, right? This is the piece that leaves the barrel. This little itty bitty bullet, right? That's what actually comes out of the barrel and goes into your target. That whole casing there, all that does is hold the powder and the primer together in one nice component. You can see this is an empty casing. This is what the powder would get loaded into. And then on the back side of that, we have our primer that plugs into the bottom that is detonated by the firing pin hitting the primer. And so those are kind of your universal terms on this, but the bullet actually refers to this piece here coming out. When somebody says a bullet, that's what they're talking about. That's the bullet. When somebody says shell or a casing, it's the brass casing that everything is combined in. When they're talking about powder or primers, it's the detonation components within. When somebody uses the term shell, though, shell can also mean the whole bullet. A lot of times you'll hear that more commonly where people will call it, hey, how many shells you got, right? They're asking how many loaded bullets do you have ready to go. But the correct term for this would be like the ammunition, right, or the cartridge. This is everything combined into one. But shell can, like I said, can be a little bit universal. Can either mean the actual shell or the full bullet. But as a general rule, we'll call these shells empty casings, right? Casings, spent brass, right? Anything like that. It's going to be referring to just the actual spent brass that comes out of the gun after the round has been fired and is now inert, basically, okay? So those are kind of your differences on those. Again, there's a lot more technical things, and you got to look at a little bit more technology with it when you start diving into the reloading aspect of it. But this is kind of a general overview, and I'm not a reloading expert, so I don't do reloading videos. There's plenty of them out there. If y'all need to find some reloading videos, there's lots of people that are much more qualified than myself to tell you exactly what you need to do.